Frank, obviously there is a rematch clause in this fight, but quite a few people have discussed the idea of potential step-aside money for Usyk if Tyson wins and getting that fight with Tyson and Anthony Joshua that everyone wants to see. Could that be a realistic possibility? And there's talk of a Wembley card in September as well. It'd be perfect for it.
That's up to, if Usyk loses, that's going to be up to him because he has the right to call for a rematch.
Frank, His Excellency on the phone after come across, kind of showed his personality more than ever before.
He did, didn't he?
Do you enjoy seeing that? Because obviously you see him behind closed doors, and we got a glimpse of that today.
He's a good, fun guy, and he's got a good personality. And he loves his boxing, which for me is great because that's what I love as well. And you know, he's the catalyst for making lots and lots of things happen in Riyadh, and we'll be expanding on that this year as well.
Would you agree with what he said? The biggest fight of all time?
It's the biggest fight of this century. It's the biggest fight of all time. Financially, it's the biggest fight of all time. And as far as this century is concerned, it's the first time the heavyweight division, the 4 belts, have ever been online. And for that to happen makes it the biggest fight this century. It's a huge fight, huge fight.
Frank, what would you rather happen next? Would you rather the Usyk rematch or would you rather the AJ fight at Wembley?
I'd rather he gets the fight out of the way on the 18th first and we see where we go from there.
You're giving me nothing here, Frank.
Sorry?
You're giving me nothing.
I've just told you, let's get that fight out of the way. I mean, we've got lots to sort out. It's been hard enough getting this one on. So let's get this one out of the way and that's what matters. People want to see this fight. This is the fight. This is the 2 undefeated fighters. You know, as much as the Joshua fight's there, at the end of the day, this is the fella that beat Joshua, not once, twice. So on paper, it's a much bigger fight.
How different of a Tyson Fury do you think we will see in comparison to the Ngannou fight? Obviously, he's going to have a massive fire lit under him to prove any doubters wrong.
Well, you know, you can't turn back the clock. What happened in the Ngannou fight happened. He had an off night, but he's such a good fighter, he can have an off night and still win a fight. And that's not many fighters can do that. It's gone, it's dusted and done. Maybe Usyk might feel he's seen something there that can give him something to work on in the ring against Tyson. We'll see. But that's yesterday. It's what counts now is on the 18th.
John Fury said that he believed that Usyk could hurt Tyson at some point in the fight and believed there would be a late stoppage. Do you agree that Usyk has the capabilities to hurt Tyson?
Yeah, he's a big man. He's a heavyweight. He's punches. He's a good puncher. Of course he can hurt you. Any heavyweight, you get caught with a big shot, these guys, you know, catch you in the right way, catch you on the chin or on top of the head, whatever, it can hurt you. And it can do that. That's the danger. And Tyson, I'm sure, is more aware of that than anyone. And the other side of the coin is if Tyson catches him right, he'll go.
Frank, any news on the 5v5? Are we going to get a lineup soon?
There's a lot of news, just a bit of an exclusive here for everybody. There's a press conference next week.
Frank, His Excellency also said on the phone that he wants Tyson to fight kind of up to 10 more times. That must be music to your ears, but...
Look,
go on.
It's great. I mean, you know, that's how much His Excellency feels that Tyson, you know, brings to boxing and certainly to the Riyadh season. And if Tyson is fit and well and can fight 10 times, and you heard him himself, he will do it. And whatever he wants to do, I'm all for that. He's not got miles on the clock. It's not like he's been having sort of 4 or 5 fights a year. He's not. He's had a little bit of inactivity. I think, you know, the Ngannou fight will be his first fight in nearly 2 years, 18 months, 2 years? That's a long time.
This might sound like a crazy question, Frank, but do you think Tyson could ever fight in the UK again with how much Saudi's influence in boxing at the moment?
You never know. You never know. It's not a crazy question. Who'd ever thought we was going to be in Saudi, you know, this time last year? Anything can happen.
There's been talk of a UK version of the 5 versus 5 card. Could that be something that you're interested in as well?
We'll see what happens. With one thing at a time. There will be a show this year in the UK. There will be a big show. What the format is, it's to be decided.
Frank, what do you make of card fight? Just latest comments about yourself and His Excellency Turkey.
Well, I just think it's moronic. I think it's disrespectful to people and their cultures, but that's no more than you expect from a planker would like him.
Frank, if you could steal one matchroom and one boxer fighter, who would you steal?
Who would I steal? One matchroom fighter, one boxroom fighter. That's a hard one.
Ben Whittaker?
That's a hard one. But then I'd have to be replacing somebody that we got to do that. So I'm cool where I'm at.
Really?
Yeah.
You're not going to steal Joshua, no?
No, because Tyson Fury's with us.
Exactly.
And so it is what it is. And, we are working on shows together now, so we are working with
What do you make of the sort of beef between Eddie and Ben Shalom? It's sort of nice to just sit
Who?
back. Eddie and Ben Shalom. It's sort of nice to just sit back and watch them battle.
I'm pleased I'm not involved. It's nice to be on the outside looking in and watching these guys saying what they've got to say.
Have you had
What's
any-
this over? This is over.
So over the matchroom are saying that boxer don't want to fight any other fighters. They've withdrew from a few purse bids. Obviously, Isaac Chamberlain's just pulled out of purse bids to fight Jeff Carr.
Oh, he pulled out.
That's one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well. What can I say? I mean, it is what it is. Let them work it out
Have
between
you
them.
had any difficulties with boxer in that sense and getting fights made?
No, I've got to be. The only thing I can say is that we making the fight with AJ. We did agree terms. Sorry, not AJ. With Anthony Yard, we did agree terms for the fight with Joshua Buatsi.
Frank, do you have any plans to work with Francis Ngannou again? And if you could pick the next fight for him in boxing, who would it be and why?
I haven't thought of that, to be quite honest, and I don't know what he wants to do. But as you know, we've got a lot of heavyweights on our roster, so let's see what happens.
Him versus Zhang or Wilder. It'd be a great fan-friendly fight, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I'm sure it would be. I'm sure it would be.